and gentlemen, on my right side, weighing 220 pounds, in blue trunks, the reigning heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson. On my left side, weighing 192 pounds, in red trunks, the challenger, Swaroop Malangi. I was in a boxing ring with Mike Tyson. My coach put on my teeth guard and I was ready to fight. And I was thinking, the first fight of my career would be the swan song of my fighting career. I cursed the bet I lost with my friend that I agreed to fight with Mike Tyson in Las Vegas. I felt like a zookeeper who had fallen into a lion's den. I slowly was moving around. Mike Tyson came forward and threw a left hook and I fell on the floor. I woke up to realize that I was in an office and it was a nightmare. And I was glad it was a nightmare. You can call it an office, but it was big enough to fit in one elephant, or 2 rhinos, or 6 tigers kept side by side. I ran a detective agency called Third Eye Finders. Our motto was, we'll find anything. During the day, I was a testing engineer who found bugs in code. But during nights, I was Detective Swaroop Malangi, who found stolen paintings, stolen jewelry, dogs, cats, and even pet lizards. At that moment, I heard a knock on the door, and I was surprised because I did not have a client for the past 6 months. I straightened myself, sat on the chair, put my legs on the table, and said in a deep voice, "Come in." 2 pretty girls walked in. One of them had a cream skirt and a black shirt which brought out the light brown color of her eyes. She had a beige color nail polish which matched her skirt and her eyes. She was around 142 pounds and 5 feet 6 inches. She had a 3-inch heel and had the latest Dolce & Gabbana bag. People are just amazed about how much I can notice in a matter of seconds. I tell them it's sheer talent. Moreover, if the girl who walked in has been your wife for the past 4 years, you better know all these things. My wife was with her friend Rupa. She was pretty too, but not as pretty as my wife. Rupa and me go way back. We were kind of a couple in college. We had a very good thing going until she dumped me. She told me she could not stand my long nose and could not bear to have kids with such long noses. She was crying uncontrollably and my wife asked her to explain her problem. Seeing her crying, I extended a box of tissues to her. She took one of them and blew her nose. It sounded like a misfiring auto rickshaw. A couple of specks of dust fell from my roof. She consoled herself and told me that that day was her wedding anniversary. And she was all ready to go out on a romantic dinner with her husband when she realized that she had lost her engagement ring. Apparently, the engagement ring was bought to her by her mother-in-law, and her husband would be very upset since he was a mama's boy that she had lost the ring. She pleaded with me and asked me to help her. I looked at myself in the mirror. I looked at my long nose. I decided to ignore the deprecating remark that she made about my long nose. And I was ready to be proud of the famous Malangi nose. I told her I would help her. And I was about to explain the charges involved for the services. But at the corner of my eye, I saw my wife's steely glare. I swallowed myself and said, "You can give me anything for my services." She told me that she would give me 3 pieces of carrot cake that she made for her anniversary to me. I was very happy because carrot cake was my favorite cake. I told her I'll take 1 piece of carrot cake as advance for my service. Luckily for me, she had the carrot cake with her. So she gave me the cake and I took 1 piece and bit the cake. Crack! There was a loud noise of tooth being locked. I spit out the carrot cake and went to the mirror to look what happened to my teeth. At that moment, there were shrieks of joy. I looked down and I saw that the rock was nothing but Rupa's engagement ring. Rupa was overjoyed and she hugged me, thanking profusely. I was smiling at myself. My wife pushed her away and hugged me, and thereby marking her territory. While Rupa and my wife were happy, enjoying the occasion, I smiled at myself and thought, this was another feather in the detective life of Swaroop Malangi. Over to you, Toastmaster.